Okay. Forgive me, forgive me, everyone. My fingers slipped, and I disconnected the Hangout. So I shut the feed down.
I have been doing live shows in Hangouts for over 3 fucking years, and never once have I managed to do that.
Hey, man.
David, you idiot. David, you posted the Hangout link.
I just deleted it. You guys were actually live, so I just came in to yell at you.
Good. We deserve it.
We are live, you asshole.
No shit, Sherlock.
And
Am I
you
right one now?
You weren't going to do the show. You fucking lied again.
Hey, I'm retired.
He's retired.
This is all down to you. So I'm going to leave.
It ain't me. It ain't me. It's him. I wouldn't have made that mistake.
Nice.
Fuck you, David. See you later.
Love you, Doc.
Thank you.
Is there a new link to the show?
Yes, I'm going to get you that in 2 split seconds.
Okay, because everybody's saying it's back on, but I don't have a link.
I'm gonna put it in the side chat.
Oh, wait a minute. No,
I see it.
Thank you.
All right, let me.
All
All right. I don't have a link. Okay. All right. Anyway. Who's making all the noise?
Nah, it's okay. Hold on. Let me
So are we live or?
We are live.
Yes, we're live.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know.
We're live. I screwed up. I clicked the wrong damn button and shut the feed down. My mouse scrolled over the stop instead of closing the share window. Is my fault.
Now I can dress you, but I can't take you nowhere.
Okay, so now you have to bend over and take 40 lashings.
Okay, well, it's better than the 62 that I normally take. So,
David, did you just post the link to the show on the page? Okay, because I was posting it at the same time, so I'll.
And that's one of the reasons why I'd like to have a secondary person under the main, so that if I actually did that, the other person would be.
No, Venom. If we are both on as producers, it doesn't matter. If you shut down,
it still kicks you off.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought. All right. Well, anyway, my apologies. Back on track. 10 minutes. So
Where was I?
well, we were through the update notes, et cetera. We talked about the breacher. That's all done. We were actually moving on to the discussion. I figured about the event, what you did, how you felt about it, any improvements. We were talking about the newsfeed, feature. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Having information in the newsfeed directly from your base without having to leave the base or do anything. You can get basically forum information straight from.
It'd be more windows for me to get pissed off at.
I still think it's better than an outdated, manual that explained nothing about how the game is now versus how it was when it first came out. So it's better than that.
If it doesn't DC me when I open it like the leaderboard does, I'll be happy.
What leaderboard? And yes, Kickside, we're still saying what leaderboard. We really, really would like that leaderboard.
That's a strong topic, so it really is. It's like going to war there and not there. I'm not having any maps. You're just going to guess.
Yeah, that kind of was the thing that burned me. I mean, they took away one component feature by removing the field manual tab, but the leaderboard still doesn't work. Our attack logs are still buggy every once in a while. I would have hoped that they would have put the effort that they did with this slide down menu, this pop out, and had used that to be the new.
Yeah, I hate to interrupt you, however, but Debo said you're a noob.
Yes, I am. I am the noob. I am the noob. We don't have a fail of the week page, but we have a noob of the month, and that'll be me.
Okay, so
thank God it's a short month.
And sadly,
hey, don't be talking about short. I resemble that remark.
We're not short. We're fun sized.
Yes, we are.
People was never wrong, mostly.
Small packages, okay?
He's a good
We're
kid.
like a fun sized Snickers.
Midget spinners?
No, not midget spinners. All right, now back on track. We talked about that thing. What's next on the agenda?
All right.
Wait, what's this midget spinner thing?
Let's talk about the event or something other than midgets and midget porn and all that crap you all like to discuss.
So how was everyone?
You mentioned porn, by the way.
No, I did not say anything
Yes, you
about
did.
that.
Yes, you
No,
did.
I said nothing. I said nothing. You heard nothing. No,
Yes,
that
you
was
All
did.
right, so let's
somebody hijacked my
let's start
YouTube.
things off.
Oh crap!
Let's start at the tail end.
How
Anton,
dare you?
let's start at the tail end. How was your event? We'll go down the cast. We'll start with Anton there at my far left, screen right. So how was your event? How did you feel about it? Go smoothly? Did you get everything you wanted?
Event was good for me there. I would give it 8 out of 10 there. The 55 base and the 80 base there were absolutely lagged out at the start. So I had to send on a couple of tickets and thank God their kicks. Believe me, they're not there. So I would give it 8 out of 10. So I went there. And this event there, myself and our clan helped the most ever. So they did there. It was like an event you could help people more rather than just do your own event there. Like you could do events, you could do bases not there, you know what I mean? So that was great. So definitely 8 out of 10 there from me there, you know what I mean? Fair play. Just the 8 base wasn't all that difficult. The 55 base wasn't all that difficult. It's just the lag was crazy. That bases.
I totally hear you. All right, Ms. Brand, what's your game name? I'm sorry.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Okay, Ms. Ghost Rider.
Yes.
How was your event? Did you get everything you wanted? And we normally give a schedule. Like, what are your thoughts about it? Scale 1 out of 10.
About a 6 because it was harder than last time, but it definitely made it interesting. Got some technicals, chaplains, dragons. The rest of it just seems to be like, I don't know why they're trying to still offer all the old stuff when now it's useless. You know, and but as far as easy, it was okay up until you got to the higher section of it, and then I saw a lot more people begging, which is a problem. Other than that, it was fine for me.
Okay.
I got some technicals out of it too, which is what I needed.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
David, unmute yourself.
Yes, I just did.
Yeah.
And I'm going to screen share the last of my event for those that are going to wonder. All right, here you go.
God, I should flatten you.
The last of my event.
I don't understand.
One lowly liberator.
And I'm done.
Oh, did you come out even? You did.
XP.
Very nice.
So
I could get
was
0
very
XP,
nice.
but I have to use gold.
that was without using gold. So that was the ending of my event. So now I can stop screen sharing. And anyway, as far as the event goes, I went 2 full rounds through, and then I just couldn't do it anymore, time wise and whatnot. I had things going on, and so I just used up my restart tokens, and that was about it. I got everything I wanted. For me, it was just mainly 2 things I needed, and upgrade. I got a couple of upgrade tokens. That's about it. So anyway, that's
cool.
it.
That's cool.
I mean, did I enjoy it? Yeah, the event was pretty much spot on. There was only 1 cave base we had, and that was at the beginning, and you can use a rocket buggy to beat that base.
That's what I did.
And then you had the only one anti-air base. I mean, the all-air base, and that was pretty easy too. Put everything on Ruby and have fun. So, at least for the higher levels, anyway. The lower levels, I can see struggling just a little bit, but it can be done. So, anyway,
Godscope, what's your opinion on the event?
Nah, it's boring.
That's his words for it. It sucked.
Yeah, I went through one full time. Didn't take any damage until the last 3 bases, 4 if you count the last faction. And I ended up spending 210 gold going through the first full run, and then I ended up with a little over 11 million XP.
Whoa, okay.
That's good.
It was just a grind. I kept going to get the restart token, then restarted.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was a lot of people's way to it. Jack Sparrow! Sir. What's up?
I don't know. I'd give it about a 7. I agree that it was kind of a grind. It got boring. The bases in and of themselves were fine. So you played through it like the 3rd or 4th time. But all in all, difficulty wasn't too bad. I didn't take a whole lot of damage. Kind of crashed some bases there towards the end to get one more playthrough. But I hadn't done an event in a couple of months, so it was kind of nice to give this one a whirl. It wasn't bad overall.
All right, Lady Warrior, what was your take on the?
I thought the 55 was a little bad, but otherwise, I mean, honestly, I wasn't upset with it. I do not do full runs because I'm still I refuse to do that. Because I refuse to unlock a trophy that they're not going to give me. They're going to make me pay 800,000 XP for it. So I'm still on the I can keep their trophy ban.
Exactly.
I made a plan of what I wanted before I started. I got what I wanted and a little bit more. I didn't grind it. I didn't spend any gold other than the 10 XP, for the XP boost at the beginning. I didn't. I have helped a few people because really the bases weren't that hard other than the 55. That was the only one that I just like, really? But otherwise it was fine. I give it about a 7. I'm not horribly upset with it. I do like this new way they've got it now. When they first did it, I wasn't sure I cared a lot for it, but I like knowing that I only have to go to so far and I can get restart tokens if I don't want to grind my way through it. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that when I went through the whole first time, I took a screenshot at the end of it and sent it into Kixeye. Told them to fuck off. I'm not buying the trophy.
Nice.
Yeah, I just when they make it so that it's unlocked and it truly is unlocked, and I don't have to grind an additional 800,000 XP to get the trophy, then I'll go through and I'll get my trophy. Until then, nope. Thank you very much. I'll do up to 55 or whatever it is on the main faction, and then I'll do the faction track to 60, and I'll restart and get plenty of XP and plenty of what I want. So, but yeah, it's okay. I think so, some low levels, and I did notice there was a little bit more begging this time.
Yeah,
Ghost, you and I are in the same sector, so yeah, I noticed a little bit, and a little sooner than normal too.
I noticed KS Man of War lost that Burnside in the 10 base because he decided to sit it on top of the thorium bomb because he's dumb.
Well, KS is a noob, so we can't help him. We love him, but he's a noob.
Rules are rules.
Don't be too hard on the guy. He's in 188 with me right now, hitting. Okay.
No, he's not. He's back hiding.
That's hiding. Hey, I lost my Titan in the level 10 base.
I lost my Omega Phantom in the level 10 base.
I honestly wouldn't have even brought it up until I saw him mention it.
And you know what? If all that stuff y'all just said is true, y'all are noobs and get out. No, and Alok said in the side chat that the lag was horrible, and I heard there were. Now that we're here, just real quick, and I'm sorry.
Okay.
Kixeye, please, please, please stop the pop-ups when we go back in base after we've got a purifier or a vindicator or some tech. If it's brand new tech, brand new to the event, okay, give us that nice little pretty green pop-up screen you've opened, blah, 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 so we can post it if we choose to. But stop the other ones. That lagged my base out so bad.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So bad. I really, truly wish they would get rid of that.
Can they get rid of the double load too? Like when you unlock a burn side or one of these.
Yes.
Going to base loads, then it reloads.
Yes. Speaking of lag and reloads, I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Hang on. Kixeye, you gotta fix that. Okay.
Mhm.
45 seconds after hitting attack to where you can move to deploy your tune. Just to deploy your tune is outrageous.
The issues of the screen lagging when you enter the base.
Yes.
Not being able to click attack. Okay. Now that's fine and all dandy for your first attempt, but people like me who like to pick apart a base and do not like Last Stand Defenders, we don't go all in one attack and use up 6 minutes. When I would go in, I would click attack on a base, for example, the 80. I would go in, I would do what I had to do. I would end attack, or the 6 minutes would run out, and then I have to go back in and click attack again. So I enter the base. Now, in the first sequence, the base comes up. It takes time for it to load. That took about 10, 15 seconds. Then, once that's rendered, then I can actually click the button that says attack, and that takes another 20 seconds. And then I wait, and then I can move my units. The screen will start to move. So all in all, we're talking with it's supposed to be a 60-minute attack sequence for the base. 60 minutes to get it done. But in a roundabout way, if you did something or you left to go out, for example, you went to go build missiles. So you had to go back into your base, build the missiles, come back out of your base, go back into the event base. All of these lags and slow rolls for rendering between the two bases, you could lose half of your attack time just in waiting. So it's something that absolutely has to be fixed. Dutch, what was your opinion of the thing? Rating 1 to 10, did you get everything you wanted?
Yeah, well, I give this event an 8 because I liked it, and I like the amount of missions. It's not too much, and I like the difficulty is not too difficult, so it was good for me, and I do like the trophy very much. So I'm the one person that actually bought it, even though I'm not agree with what you guys all say that you have to unlock it and after that still buy it. But
you liked
I didn't buy it. One thing, I don't know if you guys would agree on that. So we have that one hit base that was level 50, I believe, and the restart token you can get on levels on the base 60. So the lower levels that don't have the right units that cannot pass that one hit base, they are screwed, because after the four tokens they are gone, their event is done. So if they would move that one hit base after the restart token or the restart token before, then at least the lower people have a chance if they get help to keep on doing the event.
I think that makes a lot of sense, and it would be beneficial to the lower level players to make that one hit base more towards the end of the main faction, so that the lower levels could do like what I did and play to the 55, and then do the two faction track bases or 3 faction track bases, and then get a restart, because they might be able to get some help with those, because some of those would have been a little difficult for the lower levels. But it would have been nice. It would be nice if they would do that. That's a very, very good observation there, Dutch.
Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, because if they don't have the right unit, they're screwed. They can just only do 4 play tours until they till the base, and then they're done. Otherwise, the high levels could help them towards the token, and if it's necessary, they can keep that player going. Yeah. Further, yeah, I enjoyed the event. It was okay. So an 8.
Eight's good. Yeah.
Yep, same here, mate.
Well, who had to use a lot of missiles?
You know what? I really didn't use any missiles.
My failed to use this event.
Well, I haven't seen the videos, or I haven't been asking, but I was hearing that in the 80, there was a lot of people spamming missiles, PKs. I didn't, because still for all the PKs you have to cool down, you have to pay the resources. I did the bases with the Ardra and the Juggernaut only. Yeah, I took a couple hours of damage, but I did them before I went to bed, so it didn't really affect my gameplay.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a combination of both. I threw a few missiles in, but I didn't go crazy with it. And I pretty much have the same consensus across all of you. I mean, I give it about a 7.5. It did become. I really do start to feel what you guys say about it becoming a grind and being a little bit boring. When you are in the upper levels and you have most of the equipment or most of the tech, or like me, I don't have any intent on building, 100 and so many, phalanxes. I don't need that many. I build small quantities. I use them strategically. I don't even really build full platoons of one specific unit. So to collect all that stuff with event XP was pointless to me.
What about everybody getting seekers over and over and over and over and over?
Yeah. Those beginning levels with the readjustment that Kicksize made, you're getting units more so in the first couple of waves, and then you're getting your XP better in the further along in the event. And that's fine. I mean, the first waves are meant to be there for the lower levels who may not have a seeker, or although they're okay.
Nobody wants one.
Yeah, but
they have value. They have value, I guess. But it's limited.
I think it should be based more on what each individual has, not just an automatic payout, though.
that would be nice because I can now build 36 Valiants if I'm of a mind. No, I don't.
I would like them to localize those units to be based on the faction that the faction track is in. Mm-hmm. So if the faction is Sentinel and only Sentinel units or the faction that we're going up against, only Sentinel units are allowed to be used, I think those first units should be Sentinel units. So that this way a new player is actually going to get, if they can hunker through the main track, maybe not the first, obviously not the first defense wave, or maybe not even the third attack wave, but the fourth attack wave in, when it is a little bit more difficult, give them one or two units that they can then use to get through that first, faction only tier. Maybe they have to go through it and use a restart token and go through those first couple of waves twice to get 4 units that they can then, knowledgeably know you can go through and get that first faction track out of the way and be able to go on to the next faction track. But giving units that have no value or usability in those faction tracks, it's kind of pointless.
Well, we had the Sentinel track this time, and
Yes.
they were handing out in the first 2 bases and the first base of the faction track. They were handing out Sentinel units.
Yeah, but they weren't handing out Sentinel units that had value. They weren't handing out, purifiers. They weren't handing out,
They were in the list.
but I didn't get any. I don't know anybody who got them. Everybody seemed to get Seekers, or we did get Valiants. That came out a couple of times in that one wave. I don't know. I
must have got.
I
I must have got 5 purifiers that I didn't need.
Okay, I didn't get. I got a purifier.
They gave all the purifiers to Jack.
No, good for him. Good for him.
I got a couple purifiers too.
I could build 32 purifiers after this event. It's like I think I probably got 8, 10, or 12 purifiers this event, along with Seekers and Valiants. That's pretty much all I got. It's like, oh my god, really? Again?
Yeah, but Valiants are actually good.
Yes. And they were.
I guess I need to build a few more. I only have 3, and I wish I would have had a few more this event because I did use them this event as opposed to using my Herald. Because I used them to back up with my jug and my caretakers and a couple of the bases that had air in it.
See, my confusion with this event though is you notice how there's some stuff you can use some event and others that you can't. So it's like you have to wait until the first day when the event starts to know which ones to change out and hope that it's already repaired.
Well, pay attention in the forums. You'll know about 2 weeks ahead of time.
Forums, and hopefully, and our shows will clue you in, obviously.
Like, I'll let you know right now, the next event coming in February is going to be all 3 factions.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can use anything. Sweet.
Oh, Lonnie, I will PM you.
You okay? You got him. Okay. I was just typing that I was going to PM him. Go ahead, PM him.
In y'all's opinion, is this Hornet or Yellow Jacket tech worth the crap? I wasn't really playing much when it came out.
I didn't think so.
I got it, and it's fully upgraded, but I have yet to equip any of them.
Well, I would say for me, I use Hornets. I don't use the Yellow Jacket, although I did unlock it in this event. So I haven't used it in the past because it doesn't attack. It's a ground killer. If you wanted it, I would never use it for offense. I'd only use it in my silo.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I do, however, I use the Hornets, and the damage to ground tech is good.
For Hornet?
Especially if you're using
Yellow Jackets, you mean?
Yellow Jackets, yes.
Yeah, I got the Yellow
That's the
Jacket.
one.
The one that, not that one. The one that looks like the fucking bug, not the one that looks like a stealth bomber. That's the one I use, which is the Hornet.
I don't know which one. Hell, let me go. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Oh, let me get it.
I think that's the
Yellow
Hornet.
Jacket.
Yeah.
You got the Yellow Jacket. They look like the Night Owls, and then you got the Hornets.
The Hornets.
They
The
look like
Hornets is the one that I use.
wingmans.
Yep.
I got the Yellow Jackets myself. They're a little bit better than the Night Owls, but not that much. But hey, every bit that your units are stronger is a bit.
Well, welcome, fuck you. How are you?
Hi,
this
fuck
evening?
you.
What's up?
And fuck you.
Fuck you.
Well, we'll let you have the floor here for a second.
Fuck you.
What's-
That's what I said.
Fuck
Go
you
ahead
too.
and move on.
well, I've already had a catastrophic fuck up, so it's good.
It's your
good the
turn.
it's good the master of fa can come and accompany us. So what was your? We'll go through. What was your opinion of the? We'll backtrack. We'll go backwards. The event. How did you get a chance to play it at all? Or
I played some. I didn't play a whole lot, but it was an easy event. There wasn't a real whole lot for me to get.
Yeah.
I just I think I got around 6 million XP, but I barely even played it.
Same with me.
It was an easy event, though. I mean, and actually, it was spot on. It wasn't easy. It was perfect for me having all the units I got. It should be easy. It should be pretty.
Yeah.
But there was one base I loved because it kind of taught you how to use fast moving units, and that was 45. It was like a convoy base.
Yeah. Circle the wagons.
If you if you could do that, like I told a lot of people, I was like, man, a lot of people could learn how to use their units like in PvP such way inside of their base by doing that base, because if you can keep because you want to keep your technical, like I did it with technicals and I did it with phalanx, just whatever I had at the time that I brought. And I did it with both, and it doesn't matter. I took instant repair damage on both tunes, but that base was like, if you want to learn how to PvP and protect your base or use phalanx in a base, that's the base right there for it. That was a perfect base for it. I loved it. It was a good base. I loved that base. It was weak, but I found a lot of people was having problems with the. I heard was having problems with the 50.
A lot of
A lot of lowers were having problems with the 50.
You can use that one-time use burn unit that they give.
It depends on what units you have.
Hey, Dama gave it.
I didn't have any problems with the 50 that I remember.
No, I didn't either. I mean,
No, but some people did.
I mean, I'm talking. I guess there was somebody who didn't have a purifier. Somebody didn't have a hammer. And if you don't have one of those, you're kind of screwed. Because you want to take your purifier, your hammer set in the back, and put your heavy attack units in the front, and just let them eat.
Disagree. All I used was Jug, Ardra, Caretaker, 3 Vindicators.
I used nothing but Jug and Caretakers for almost my whole event, along with the Valiants.
What I did is I put Ardra in very first. I'd put Ardra in, and I pulled her all the way to the very back, and then I put just either phalanx or most of the time I was using technicals. I love my technicals, but I just used flame technicals and just let them sit there while I watched TV, and they did their thing, and I come out with like 20 seconds of damage because it's very end when you actually beat the base, your units take off and they get barely pelted. And so they got just that little bit of damage on them.
I think I think the only damage I got in that because I put my Titan in there to let the drum pull out and try to pull the stuff in closer so that because I had Jug and Caretaker in there and a few limbs. And I didn't see the rocket guys in time, and they got but that was only the first time I did the base, and then after that it's like, oh no.
Oh wait,
so I saw them coming, I moved those out. I moved my Titan out. I just sent it away, and I didn't take any damage in that base after that first time.
Yeah, for anybody that had decent units, it was an easy base.
So that's why I lost my Titan on the first time when I did the 50.
Yeah, like you can set because I'd have my I did that too, but I seen the archers and I grabbed like 2 or 3 technicals and I went after them. And I killed them before they got close to my before they started going after my Titan.
After that one, I didn't use him anymore. It was for me my Ardra backed up with 8 Vindicators.
Yeah, and I'm glad Shadow's not here because I don't know that he played the event, but he would have been so pissed off in the 20 because those Vanks in there were freaking vicious. I've never had to 3-shot a Vank in my life with my Jug, and those things would not. Their shields work big time. It's like, wow.
They don't work too well if you put a bunch of Vindicators on fist behind your Jug.
Yeah, Vindicators ate them. I mean, ate the shit out of them.
Hey, I'm going to jump off of here, you guys. Thanks for having me on. Y'all have a great night.
Bye, Jack.
All right, see you, Jack.
Yeah, no, our pleasure. Always welcome.
See you, Jackie.
Yeah. But the Ardra, they were shooting through the the Vanquisher shield. The Juggernaut didn't.
Yeah, because like I said, I had to 3-shot him a couple of times with my Jug. It's like, really? The first time it happened, I'm like, okay, what the hell was that all about? But yeah, so that was kind of cool. I wish our shields worked like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mine do.
But last event, spot on again for Kixeye.
Yeah.
Kixeye is. I like the last. I've actually, there's still a grind, but it's going to be if you go. I mean, I guess for my level, I didn't really need the grind, but it's an event. I don't like events. I never have. So
you're
doing any bit of the event's going to be a grind for me. So, but the payouts are great. I like the payout. They need to leave it where it's at. It's spot on. and the difficulty is spot on.
It was good for me because 2 months ago when the Drakons came out, I missed that event. So this event I was able to catch up, and now I'm 100% caught up.
Yeah, me too. I think I had 2 Drakons before this event. That's all I had time to do that event that they came out. So I was able to get a few more this event. So I was happy about that.
I had 0 and now I have 21.
When my Drakons were level 7, I did the test with the Jug on a Jug versus 1 Bunker, and the Bunker killed the Jug. But the Jug killed the Bunker too. But 1 Bunker killing a Jug, pretty hefty.
Yeah, I know. I was on when you did that test, which is why I wanted them so bad. And
they're very nice.
Now I've got them. Now I've got what I wanted.
Now you rock.
I don't know that I rock, but
You rock.
maybe it'll keep some of the damage I get down from. Anyway, we won't go there.
Well, speaking of damage, have y'all noticed how much repair time we've had to do for this event?
I had very little, honestly.
I'm fully repaired.
I am too.
Oh, me too.
Well, most bases you could, if you took your time, you could do them with not that too much repair. The only base that gave me serious repair because I refused to bomb them with hundreds of missiles was the 80.
Yeah, when I did the higher up ones, that's where I lost my units.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I
what?
had a couple of problems going through.
I did 65, 70, and 75, and I would do them all with 1 tuna phalanx because I was getting ready. Because most of the time I was getting ready to go to bed when I would do them, and I still had the faction track to go. So when I came back on and maybe had a couple hours or how many ever hours left on that 9-hour repair on 1 tuna phalanx, I had to do the faction track, so that kind of made it up. But 75 was a beast. I actually put a brand new tuna phalanx in there, DC'd in the middle of the base, and came back in, and it looked like my phalanx just sat there and just died. Didn't do a damn thing. I was like, oh, great.
13 peacekeepers.
On the 75?
Yep.
I didn't go that far because I had no need to that.
13 peacekeepers on an event base is just insane.
The 75's got Tempest in it. You mean the 80?
Yeah, that was the 75.
I'm thinking 80, yeah.
Yeah. William said in YouTube he used 12 on the 80.
I used 2 bullseyes and about 8 dead eyes.
8 dead eyes and a couple of peacekeepers, maybe?
I only used 4 peacekeepers and a couple of dead eyes, and then I used Ardra Jug and went through it.
I just used Herald because once you take out the bunkers, it's the only thing that could hit it. And the flax, and they didn't do much to it.
My first attempt, which failed, I used the Herald, but that was an issue. So.
If you would have. Now the only way you can use the Herald is if you take out the bunkers and then end attack and then start the attack back up, because that takes all the archers out of the base. The only thing you can hit your base is the hunters that's still in there, which the hunters will hurt.
No, I
they
had
had
all
support
that
currents on them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you took the hunters out, that base was a walk in the park.
So, Venom, did we get your take on the event and your score yet? I don't believe we did.
I gave it a 7.5. I said,
that's right, we did. I'm sorry.
Except for the lag, and that's why I went back to Lonnie because he came in afterwards.
That's right. Okay, my fault.
What about your? Have you seen the post for the updates yet, Lon? No. All right. I'm not going to retract all that. No, I'm not going to retract all that.
He can watch the first half of our show.
Could you read them all? Could you read them all word by word again, just real quick?
And then immediately following that, instead of closing the screen share, I will stop broadcasting again.
Yeah, let's not do that because we don't want update part 3 just so we can say goodbye. Oh, it happens.
Is there anything anybody would like to discuss? And maybe we can get out of here a little early because, unlike most of my shows, we're trying to stick to a single part, hour and a half or so, not 2 parts, 30 minutes each. But
Yeah.
That wasn't our fault.
no, it was all me.
Just about possibly the gentleman we were talking to yesterday there about the Australian show there.
Yeah, you want me to talk about it now, or instead
Yeah.
of the shout-outs? Sure, I'll drop that in there.
And give a shout out to the guy there because
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a good kid as
absolutely.
well there.
He's definitely. I was totally about doing that even before you mentioned it, and I believe he's out in the. He was out in the first part. I hope he's out in the second part too. So what Anton's alluding to is, and Shadow Killer and I and Dutch have all talked this over, along with David. So with the upcoming show, what we're going to try to do is expand it, like Shadow said, with Anton and David and myself and Dutch, with doing a European show, a Greenwich Mean Time show, and doing the Americanized show. So we're probably going to change the time for the Saturday shows to be more in line with what's comfortable for Dutch and people on the other side of the globe. And hopefully, with Anton's help and Dutch's help, those people out there who are Australian or European on those time zones won't be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning,
awesome.
yeah, to watch a show, because that's just ridiculous. It's about time we over here in America, if we want to watch the Saturday show, and they're going to do a whole lot of awesome stuff. They're going to have some PvP stuff. They're going to show more tactics and tricks and units and hopefully unit schematics, point by point, exactly. That's all up to Dutch and what he wants to do for those guys to help clansmen. Also, hopefully, I'm assuming, Dutch, you're thinking about maybe showing techniques in grouping up as a group of people, how you would snipe plats, how you would bust into bases, stuff like that, especially when you do your PvP kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we Americans, we've for a long time had the guys in Australia have to wait and watch the show secondhand. Well, it's about time we return the favor. So if you want
It's
to
a good
watch
thing
Saturday,
Dutch isn't in Australia.
well, but I'm using them as an example because they're the furthest time zone that I can think of. And Anton has a lot of players in his sector that are New Zealanders and Australians, and so we can. If you want to watch the Saturday show, you can always watch it on Sunday morning after brunch or whatever, after church, what have you. Pick it up as a secondhand. Let them have a live feed for themselves too. Obviously, Wednesdays will be us, and those guys can suck an egg and catch our show on repeat. But we've got some ideas, and we've got some other ideas to expand and bring this to more people, more on a timely fashion that doesn't interrupt people's personal lives. Definitely raise the bar on the fun factor, lower the bar on my fuck up factor. and
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, right.
and as Anton points out, we want to give a really big shout out to Alec, ALOK. He's been on the pages. He's dropped a few really awesome notations. He's a New Zealander, and I think Dutch, or at least I think Anton, definitely wants to see if he'll be a contributor on that show on the Saturday feeds.
Yes.
Yeah.
And bring some welcome new faces and new voices, and just like we have tonight. Always happy because this is not going to be anymore the same 4 people all the time, same 5 people all the time. We're going to try to expand this and open this up to as many loyal, honest War Commander players as a full community. With that said, and the big shout out to Alec again. Thank you.
Thank you, Alec, as well there.
Yeah, let's do a little.
And
And
over in this part of the world, with New Zealand and Ireland and that there and the Haka, the respect, it's unbelievable.
yeah.
So he is. He is a good dude there, so he is there.
Yeah, he is.
Total respect.
In former shows, we used to have a Spanish language one, but unfortunately, that's not capable right now. Maybe in the future we might do something in a bilingual. I would like to do that, but that's something I'd have to clear with SK, and because this is his brand, but
I can speak
it's
asshole.
our show. You can certainly speak asshole.
I'm good at it.
I can speak typo. I'm fluent in typo.
I can speak Canadian.
There you go. You can see Canadian. just end every statement end with A.
Hey, what's that all about?
I could turn my little hillbilly accent on and sound like I'm from the deep, deep, deep South somewhere.
Well,
I can
that's
speak
fine.
duck. It is a known fact. I can speak duck.
We know.
Well, I'm from the South, and the only thing that I speak is nasal.
Well, with that, I got just two more things to say, and then we'll leave you all to yours. I'm gonna try and see if I can't edit the two parts together and make it one feed. We'll see if I can do that in the post. But so if not, oh well, too bad. I already put the second part link in the other description. Last two things I have to say, and then we'll give you guys the floor for your shout outs and condolences. I want to first say thank you, Roy Boy. You're a great attribute to this family, to all the players, your players, our players, both sides of the aisle. We love you. You're welcome to appear anytime on the show. Hopefully we'll have you over here on the future and your guys over here off and on, and we can, share tips and tricks and get everybody on page. You got a close-knit family, and we hope that our close-knit family can appreciate. The final thing I have to say is, again, much respect and shout outs to City and his PayPal. Keep that in mind. It doesn't end yet. So all your little contributions are adding up. It's awesome what the community is doing.
Yeah.
If you go on City's page, if you go on the Unshackled page, if you go on Roy Boy's page, there's so many pages out there. That information is linked right there with City's Google account, his email, and you can contribute, whatever you want, whatever you can, to the funding of the treatments that are ongoing, and they're kicking ass. And because of that,
Sure.
taking your coffee money and donating it to a good cause is it's really what community is all about. And I want to make damn sure everybody out there who listens continues to do so from first day to last day.
Yeah, it's
Right.
really a blessing.
Yeah, well,
It really is. The way this community's come together to back me up, it's saved me in a way that nobody would even imagine.
Wow.
I can't express it in words. I can't. It's rough. But I'm so freaking thankful, and I feel so blessed for the help that I've received, and I just appreciate it so much. It gets me emotional just thinking about it. I'm pretty close to having everything almost paid for. I'm
Unreal.
I'm over halfway there. I got about probably a quarter of the way to go to have it all completely paid for.
That's good.
Well,
Congratulations.
We'll just keep going until your final day, and then we'll make sure that you have that there and have that buffer so that you have your treatments covered. You have a little bit of outside coverage so that if you need anything in an emergency, it's there.
And then we'll have a
Because
bunch
until that final day when that doctor clears you, you're going to have the support of this community.
It's gonna be a big bang after.
All right.
Make sure I'm invited.
We're Commander Gold for everybody.
Yay! All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, any final words? And then we'll let people get on to their lives.
I got
dinner waiting.
one. I got one. And it is me singing happy birthday to our favorite animal.
No.
Can you let me do my shout out so I can go to bed before you fucking deafen us all?
You're sitting through this, damn it. It's only going to be a minute. So you can do it.
God damn.
That's a long minute.
Yep. Get after it.
I'm going to sing it
He's
really
heard
quick,
that
okay?
before.
Hurry up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, the animal. Happy birthday to you.
And that's David's shout out. He's done.
Okay, but it's my shout out there. That's gonna be a long one there. Okay, there. Want to thank the Alec there for not sinking and. Okay, I got scope there. Go on ahead there, kiddo.
Go ahead, guys.
Thanks for letting me come onto the show. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to Ghost Rider for popping her on Shackled Cherry and coming onto the panel. Glad to have you here. Hopefully you can make some more shows. And yeah, I have a hockey game tomorrow, so I'm going to bed. Good night.
Nice.
All right, good night, and I'll try.
Good night, sweet pea.
Keep your stick on the ice there, Godscope. All right, Lady Warrior, would you like anything to say?
Just shout out to everybody out there in YouTube land. We really do appreciate you coming out here and listening to us, especially considering you got stuck with 2 shows tonight. Shout out to the panel. I appreciate all of you guys and everything. Happy birthday to you, Animal. I guess that's it for me.
All right. Ghost, would you like to say any shout outs in your Southern nasal?
I'm so glad I didn't take a drink of tea right then. I choked.
Where are you at so I can flat your base?
I was drinking Pepsi. Thank you. That hurt. Yes.
My shout out is to the panel and everybody in chat, and I appreciate y'all letting me try this to see if I like it. And so far, it's okay. And I might be back if I don't get lost.
Please come back. I could use another female around here. These guys are insane.
And that's my shout out.
You love it. You love it.
All right, my co-host and equal opportunity producer, Mr. Dutch. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes. First of all, thanks together earlier for being here and explaining some things. And of course, shout out to Venom for putting up the show for tonight.
Twice.
And yeah, twice. But don't worry, it can happen. We're all human. We make mistakes. And a shout out for the panel. All thanks for being here. And of course, YouTube for being here. And the next show will be on Saturday. And we will doing it my time, 10 p.m. So that will be 9 p.m. for the UK. And that is 4 p.m. for the East. And I think that is the time for now that we will doing the Saturday show. So see you all on Saturday. Yeah.
Can I go ahead and give a couple shout outs real quick?
Sure.
I do want to give a big shout out to Roy Boy's show, The Situation Room. They're awesome over there. I love them guys. I want to give Skipjack a huge shout out to. She pins me about every day, wondering how I'm doing, and keeping me motivated. I want to thank City again. That guy's done so much for me. It's unbelievable. And to everybody that's donated and sent me prayers, I appreciate every bit of it. And that's it.
Good to you, only. Good kid.
I hope everything goes well for you.
Yep.
I think it will. I have no doubt in my mind.
No doubt in my mind.
All right. So again, thank all of you out there, the viewers, for watching, both parts involved. To all you constant viewers, William and Micaiah, always pleasure to have you on the panels, and an equal pleasure to have you out in the world chat out there in YouTube land. Just thank you all for viewing, putting up with me. From now on, the show should go a hell of a lot smoother. It's going to be more inclusive. More of you out there are going to have an opportunity to come on these shows and not just sit on the sidelines. As long as you have a microphone and a headset, you turn off your YouTube in the background so we don't have that distraction of reverb. I personally don't have too much of an issue with background noise Everybody has a life. You have dogs, children, what have you. That's fine. We just want to get different viewpoints, different players, different styles. That's my function, is to bring this back to the roots of us, cumulatively, a community. Okay? So, again, this time I'll be clicking it correctly.
Hey, you forgot me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What the hell?
What?
That's right. David didn't do any shout outs. All he did was sing the animal.
Yeah.
No, you sang. I thought that was your shout. Okay, David the douche, you have the final word. You can do the last shout outs, and when you're done,
Good.
you sign off, and I'll click stop.
Okay, well, with that being said, I want to thank everybody on the panel, Shadow Killer, for coming on and thinking I have the cojones to do this show along with Venom on Wednesdays. Doc, we love you, we miss you, and thanks for all the fishies.
Fishies or kissies?
Fishies.
Oh, fishies.
Thanks for all the fishes.
For
For those that know that where that came from, you're awesome. For those of you that don't, ask and where it came from. And I'm done. So
All right.
thank you all on YouTube and all the thousands that are going to watch this thing later.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night,